If you're looking to buy a luxury sports sedan, chances are you're a successful businessman or woman, because with prices in excess of $120,000, well, they're not cheap. And while you work hard during the week, you like to play hard on the weekend. Enter the Lexus ISF. This is the Japanese car maker's rival to the BMW M3, the Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG and the Audi RS4. By now you'd be aware of the story of the ISF. It was the work of a senior engineer who completed the car in secret in his own time by raiding the Toyota and Lexus parts bins. The F stands for Fuji, the racetrack, not the mountain, and the curve in the F symbol is said to be identical to the radius of the first corner. But what you may not know is that the ISF underwent a facelift earlier this year. The big news? It now has a compact Torsen limited slip diff compared with the pre-update model's electric limited slip type. Also, it's had a price cut. The new tag of $126,814 undercuts the M3 by $25.5 grand and the C63 by $24,166. Inside, there are a few tweaks to the fascia around the touchscreen and air conditioning, as well as a new coloured section at the bottom of the steering wheel. The Mark Levinson audio system gets fully integrated iPod connectivity, and there's an updated navigation software as well. The great thing about the ISF and its rivals is that they really are two cars in one. Happy to play in the urban jungle as they go about their weekly duties, yet boast the sort of performance you can really enjoy on the track. Around town, the ISF's drivetrain is so smooth and refined, your grandmother could easily drive it to the shops. Left in drive, the 8-speed automatic gearbox is so refined you actually don't even feel the gear changes, and it does a lot of changing as there are 8 gears. The increasingly popular DSG gearboxes are definitely outclassed by this unit. The ride is pretty firm, but it's no worse than a C63. Lumpy tarmac will see the front end crash and bang a bit, but mid-corner bumps don't move the ISF offline. The 5-litre V8, borrowed from the LS600H, propels the ISF to 100 km an hour in 4.8 seconds, equal to the M3 and 0.2 of a second slower than the C63, although it doesn't feel quite that quick. The slick 8-speed gearbox is so smooth you don't get that push you back in that seat kind of power burst. In our performance test, it took 5.3 seconds to get to 100 kilometres and 13.4 seconds to cover the quarter mile. The ISF is frugal for a sports sedan. In our real-world testing, it recorded an average of 8.3 litres per 100 k's on the highway, 11.4 in the city for an average on test of 9.9, considerably less than its claimed average of 11.4. But it sounds fantastic. Push the revs above 3600 RPM and the ISF actually sounds like a race car. It has a deep throaty note that even the M3 can't match. Speaking of race cars, Lexus says quite a few ISF buyers actually put their cars on the track. While it is not quite as composed as an M3, it's actually good fun on a track. Put it in sport mode, turn the stability control system off and enjoy the ride. Sport mode changes the steering feel, the engine transmission response, and actually allows you a little bit more fun before the stability control intervenes. It's willing to turn in and the new diff appears to have helped mid-corner balance. The big Brembo squeezed behind those 19-inch wheels means stopping isn't a problem either. No fade, no pad squeal and perfect pedal feel. In our 80 to 0 tests, however, the ISF pulled up in an average 23.1 metres. With 4 doors, 4 seats and a 378-litre boot, the ISF is actually practical, although you can't fold the rear seats down. So, while the ISF lacks the overall finesse of the M3 and that outright brutish strength of the C63, it is still worth putting on your shopping list. It's a whole lot of car for the money. If you'd like more information, head to www.mynrma.com.au/motoring.